Okay, Tim, 48%.
48% of what, DJ?
Yeah, that is the number of real estate agents who never, not once, follow up with a lead after the first attempt.
So half of agents ghost their own leads?
Half of agents ghost their own leads, yes, and then wonder why the conversion rate is so low.
Okay, I really don't like where this coffee talk is already going.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one, but it's a good one. This is DJ Paris. That's Tim Littleton. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Today, we are going to show you why your dead leads probably aren't dead, so that's good, and exactly how many times you need to follow up before you've actually earned the right to move on. Stick around. This one's going to sting a little. So here's the full picture. So 48% of agents quit after one-time follow-up attempt, right? One, they call, they don't reach someone, they move on.
So, I mean, I get it. You're busy. On to the next lead.
Yeah, totally understand the instinct. Here's what those agents don't know. It takes between 5 and 12 touches to convert the average lead.
Wait, so 5 to 12 touches?
Yeah, 5 to 12 calls, texts, emails, voicemails, a combination of all of that before the person is ready to say, yes, you are my agent.
And half of agents make one attempt and then just walk away.
Yeah, one attempt. And here's what makes it so brutal. And NAR data says that 70% of buyers hire the first agent they actually speak to.
So it's not about who finds them first or them first. It's about who reaches out to them first.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you could be lead number one in their inbox, but if you call once and give up and some other agent calls them 3 days later, that agent gets the business.
So the leads aren't bad. The agents are just not following through.
Yeah, the leads convert. They're buying homes right now, just not with the agent who stopped after one touch and said, they're a dead lead.
That's really painful.
Yeah, it's your dead leads didn't die, right? You sort of buried them alive and handed the shovel to your competition.
Okay, so that's really sticking with me because what's actually happening here, or what's actually going on, why are agents quitting so early on in the process?
Yeah, and by the way, I can relate to this. Tim can relate to this. This is a very human thing. So we are no way suggesting that we are above any of these challenges we talk about. But what's really important, we talk about this and give you some good solutions here because it's exactly what we're going to talk about. First, if you just joined us, here's what we're talking about. Half of agents ghost their own leads after one attempt. It takes 5 to 12 touches to convert. The math is ugly. Stay with us. So there's really 3 reasons why agents quit too early. First one, they're afraid of being annoying.
Which is okay, and everybody feels that. Nobody wants to be that agent, the one blowing up, somebody's phone nonstop.
Yeah, completely valid fear. Wrong conclusion, though. So here's the thing. If 48% of agents quit after one attempt, your third follow-up isn't annoying. It's remarkable. You're actually doing something almost nobody does.
So, and I tell my kids this, you're actually standing out by just showing up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the second reason is they don't have a system. They're running on memory and good intentions. And, I should call that person back. And then 3 weeks go by.
The road to a dead pipeline is paved with good intentions.
I know a different way of saying that, but that is correct. That's exactly it. The third reason is more of a sneaky one. And the agent's measuring the wrong thing. They're looking at a lead and asking, is this lead good or bad? Instead of asking, have I done enough to reach this person?
Yeah, they're blaming the lead and instead of blaming the process.
Sure, blaming the lead, that's comfortable. Auditing your own follow-up process, that's uncomfortable.
So what does this agent actually do about it?
Yeah. So here's where we're going to stop and really suggest that you do something here very shortly. And before we get to the system, I want, if you're able to do this right now, great. If not, do it as soon as we're done. But I want you to open up your CRM, your phone contacts, wherever you track leads. If you have that available to you right now, great. Or if not, just do it right when we're done. And I want you to scroll back through the last 90 days. Find one lead, maybe it's an open house lead or lead, maybe you're purchasing leads, or just somebody you're supposed to follow up with. And where you made just 1 or 2 attempts, you didn't reach them, and you basically wrote them off. Somebody who you labeled dead, or no response, or just stop thinking about.
Yeah, go find the person you gave up on.
Yeah. Now, you might even have them in your mind. So if you do, let's write their name down, or let's just remember it. Let's put it somewhere where you can see it, because as soon as we're done here, you're going to do something about that that might actually make you some money.
I have a person in mind. And I like really where this is going.
Oh, and again, me too. I absolutely need to do this myself. So I am talking as much to myself as I am to everyone listening. But this system is really going to make sure that you never bury a live lead again. And that's coming up next. So here's what we're going to talk about: the framework. So the framework is called the 5-touch floor. The idea is really simple. No lead gets labeled dead until they've gotten at least 5 meaningful contact attempts. That's the floor, not the ceiling.
So 5 is the minimum before you even call.
Yeah. Before you call it dead, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, before you call it over. Yes.
Right. So, here are how the 5 touches break down. Touch 1, same day call. The moment a lead comes in, you call. We all know we need to do this. Doesn't matter if it's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, 8 a.m. on a Saturday. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, did a lead response study, and they're like some of the smartest people in the world, right? Leads contacted within 5 minutes are 21 times more likely to convert than leads contacted after 30 minutes.
Wow. 21 times, not 21% more. 21 times.
Yeah, we live in a culture now where we get things right away. And if we are putting something on a lead form and we don't hear back right away, we get a little antsy and we start looking for other solutions. So 21 times. So touch 1 is fast. You have to do this within 5 minutes, ideally within the hour at worst.
Okay, so throwing this out there, what happens if they don't pick up, which happens a lot?
Right. I would assume that they are not going to pick up. Nobody likes to pick up the phone, right? Or not nobody, but very few people. So that's okay. It's normal for them not to pick up the phone. I don't pick up the phone if someone calls me and I don't know who it is. So touch 2, same day, you're going to send a text, and not a paragraph, no pitch, something like, hey, just tried giving you a call. Happy to chat whenever works for you. That's all you have to write. You're a human being. You're not a marketing email.
So keep it short, no pressure. Got it. Okay. So what's touch 3?
Touch 3 is the next morning. So this is an email. And this is where most agents blow it. They send a template. Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'd like to be your agent. Call me anytime. That's an instant delete for me.
Of course. I've deleted those messages a million times. So I've gotten that email. I've just done what I usually do. Just delete that email.
Absolutely. I do the same. So instead, send something with actual value, a market update for their zip code, a list of homes that fit what they're asked about, something that proves you listened and you did your homework.
Awesome. Okay. So what about if you're like, what do you do in order to earn the next conversation instead of demanding it?
Exactly, right? That's always the question, is how do you earn the next conversation? So number 4, touch 4 is 3 days later. You call again, but at a different time of day than touch 1. If you called on touch 1 at noon, try 8 a.m. or 5:30 p.m. People's schedules, they vary. You're not stalking them. You're being strategic.
So that's very smart. So different time, different chance that they pick up.
Yeah. And touch 5, this is the one that gets people. It's the breakup text.
Oh, I hate the breakup text.
Me too. But in this case, it works. And it's called 5 words, give or take. And it's real simple. You just write, should I stop reaching out? That's all you write. Nothing else. Should I stop reaching out? 5 words.
Wait, seriously? You want me to send that out?
Yep. Because it does 2 things. By the way, we've probably all seen breakup emails from companies where they're like, they've tried us 5 separate emails and they ask, should I stop contact? I don't think those work very well personally, but the breakup text does work, I think, a lot better. It's very concise. It's simple. But what it does is two things. One, it respects their time and gives them an out. And second, it triggers a response from people who were interested but keep getting busy. So you'd be stunned at how many people are going to reply, no, sorry, things have been crazy. Can we talk Thursday?
So sometimes the fifth touch actually is the one that opens the door.
Well, remember, the 5 touches is just the floor. Under 5, you don't get to call it dead. Okay, remember that name we talked about? Everyone has somebody that they know they should be calling and they're not calling. So do we all have one in our mind?
I've got mine.
I have an agent that is I'll just say it, a $25 million producer that I would love to have here at our office. And I have delayed calling him because he's like, I'll call you back next week. And it is now Wednesday and he has not called me back. And I'm like, just give him more time. No, I am going to do this. So I'm right with you guys. So that person is on touch 0. So I'm going all the way back to touch 0. You ghosted him, right? In my case, I didn't ghost them, but I need to actually step it up. So this person that I'm thinking about, I don't think they're a dead lead at all. But here's what I'm going to do right now, or what you should do as well, is pull up your messages, and I'm going to give you the exact text to send. So just pull up your notes or something. You can write this down.
All right, give it to him.
Okay, here it is. Hey, so-and-so, reached out a while back, just wanted to check in. Still thinking about X, buying, selling, renting, whatever. No pressure either way. That's it. So I'm going to repeat that again. Hey, so-and-so, reached out a while back, just wanted to check in. Are you still thinking about X, buy, selling, what? No pressure either way. That's it. And send it as soon as we're done with this coffee talk.
Yeah. So if you're watching this live, send it right now for real.
Yeah. And if you're not watching it live, and most of you aren't watching this live, then pause, do it, come right back. And when you send it, leave us a comment. Let us know if that lead came back to life. So write in just write alive or something that back to life. Because I am here to, and Tim and I are here to help you generate leads, right? Or at least revive leads that you let go. So I want to know how many leads we resurrect today.
All right. Loving this. Okay. So I have to push back on something. Okay. I know what people are watching are thinking. Okay.
Okay.
So 5 touches sounds great on paper, but at some point, like 3 voicemails in a week, aren't you being annoying?
Yeah.
I mean, you are that agent. Like, I don't care what stats say.
Right. Yeah. Nobody wants 3 voicemails. I agree. So fair pushback. Here's the distinction that makes the whole thing work. There's a difference between 5 touches in 5 days and 5 touches over 5 weeks.
Okay. So can you explain that?
Yeah. So the cadence matters really just as much as the count. So touch 1 and 2, same day, right? That's appropriate. Someone's just raised their hand. But touch 3 is the next morning. Touch 4 is 3 days after that. Touch 5 is a week after that. So you're not blowing up their phone. You're showing professional persistence over about 2 weeks.
Okay. That's actually really different from what I was picturing in my mind.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. Each touch has to deliver something. It can't just be a, hey, just checking in again. That is annoying. But here are 3 homes that hit the market this week in your price range. Something like that. That's service.
Yeah. You're not chasing them. You're bringing something to them every single time.
Yeah. So at our firm, we provide our agents with Real Geeks as a CRM. That's the tool that I'd always recommend because it's what we send. But there's a lot of CRMs out there. So most CRMs let you build out sequences, these exact cadences, set automatic reminders, and track where every lead is in the sequence. And even if you're not using a CRM, here's just a little simple tip. Whether you have an iPhone or a Google, you either talk to your assistant. I won't say it, so I won't bring it up on all of our phones while we're talking, but bring up your AI assistant, through your phone and tell them to remind you, okay, I just did step 2, remind me to do step 3 at such and such time. So even if you don't have a CRM, you could do this just with your phones, but each touch you really want to log so that you automatically know when you've hit that 5 touch floor.
Okay. So it's not about willpower. It's about the infrastructure.
Yeah, willpower is absolutely not something you can ever rely upon. But systems, you can. Systems don't sleep. Willpower does. So I want to just wrap up by putting some real numbers to this, right? So because I want it to be concrete. I want it to make this actually translate into why you should actually do it other than that we're telling you. So the average commission in this market is, let's just say $10,000 to $12,000, something like that. So let's say 10,000 to be conservative.
Okay.
So now think about the last 12 months. How many leads did you get that maybe, and again, these could be leads through an open house, friends of friends, however they came in. But how many leads did you get that you contacted once or twice and probably just wrote off?
From what I hear and talk to and what I've seen, probably like 20, 30, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate for most agents. So studies show that about 5% of those leads, if they received a proper 5-touch sequence, would actually convert. So out of 20, let's say it's 20 leads. Out of 20 leads that you abandoned, that's one transaction. Again, 5% of 20 is one, right? So that's one deal. One deal you basically handed to a competitor.
Wow. So basically like I could be handing 10 grand over.
Yeah. 10 grand. That's right. But most agents, they're not abandoning 20 leads. They're abandoning a lot more, and it compounds, right? So do this for 5 years at that rate. You're looking at 50,000 in commission you paid forward to whoever was willing to make that third call.
Wow. That's not really a lead problem. That's a retirement account problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gosh, I'd like to put an additional 50,000 away for retirement every year just by following up. That's free money, basically. And here's the flip side, though. If you implement the 5-touch floor starting this week on your current leads and the dead ones from the last 90 days, even recovering one deal from your abandoned pile for every, it basically pays for for your systems, or at least your CRM if your company doesn't provide that, and maybe even some leads you want to buy. It'll do a lot to help build your business.
Yeah, DJ, you're exactly right. The system pays for itself the first time it works for you.
Exactly. The first time. The leads are sitting there. Some of them are still interested. They just need one more human being to show up and ask.
All right. So, DJ, before we wrap this up, give them 3 things. What should they be doing today?
Okay. 3 things. First, audit the last 90 days. Pull up every lead you wrote off and count how many touches they actually got. If it's under 5, they're not dead. They're just waiting. Second would be to build out the 5-touch floor into your process. 5 touches spaced out, each one, and this is the most important part, with something of value. Use a CRM to automate the reminders, or your phone so it's not on your memory. And then third, and you hopefully or have already done this or are just about to do send that text to the person you wrote down earlier. If you haven't sent it yet, please do it the second we sign off.
Yeah, so be the agent who shows up 5 times, because 48% of agents won't even show up twice.
Yeah, that's the identity shift right there. And most agents quit before they even get to the conversation. You don't have to be the best agent in your market. You just have to be the one who kept calling.
Yes, and that's genuinely actionable.
And I'll tell you just one last quick story, because before this, when I've been in this position for 15 years, but before that, I was in a company that sold internet leads to health insurance agents, and we would generate real-time leads. They'd come, we'd deliver them to our client, which were insurance agents, in about 3 seconds. They'd get the lead, and we did all this. We were generating 30,000 leads a day. So we had all this data over 5 years, and we were able to survey these leads and say, like, when do you actually buy your health insurance plan? Like, how long? Because we would want to teach then the agents that were buying our leads how to do this. And what was fascinating was it's almost the exact same situation as here. Is we found that most people, if they got a lead on, let's just say, a Monday, they gave up by Wednesday. They called maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And this is before you could even really text to the degree you can now. So it was all phone calls. So they'd quit by Wednesday. And what we found was so interesting was that, and they were paying for these leads. They were expensive. And what we found is the average person didn't make that health insurance buying decision until day 13. So you give up on day 3 because you're like, I called 3 times. They're not calling me back. And the reality of it is they're not going to call you back because they're not ready to make that decision yet. And the agents that just kept going, not in an annoying way, but in I understand it's going to take a while before I get you. and they did this, regularly, they got the business. And it was so frustrating because we'd have people that go, your leads don't work. And we're like, no, the leads work. We know they work. It's just, you need to understand how to have a system where you keep following up. So again, this is a universal problem. We all fall prey to it. We are no better, but it's a good reminder for everyone. But remember, the leads aren't dead. You just stop calling.
Awesome. Well, that's the show. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us as always. And we will see you next time on Coffee Talk.
And I'm going to go make some calls. I need you to make some calls. Tim is part of our retention team here, and he actually calls our agents often to say, like, how you doing? How's everything going? So we all struggle with this, right? So we are all with you. Let's all do it together. Post something in the comment if this was helpful for you. By the way, if you think this is a useful show, send it to another agent. We appreciate that. We do this for the whole community and hope that this is useful for everyone. And we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.